This is Autofocus, the Philippines' premier motor show. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa. Here are our features on this episode of the Electronic Magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market, a premium compact crossover from BMW, the X1 S-Drive 18D X-Line, and a subcompact hatchback from Suzuki, the Espresso. Plus a feature-to-feature comparison of two subcompact SUVs, the Hyundai Creta versus Toyota Race Turbo CVT. On Autopedia, we'll talk about changing the oil in your car. And together with the latest news and developments of the local auto industry, we shall have the highlights of the 2023 Gaikindo International Auto Show as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Isuzu D-Max.
I'm a revolution.
Into new heights.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this episode of Electronic Magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from BMW. BMW sold around 1.9 million units of the X1 sport activity vehicle globally since its debut back in 2009. This car review takes a look at the latest generation X1 made available locally by SMC Asia Car Distributors Corporation.
There was a lot of anticipation over when the new generation BMW X1 would finally arrive locally. BMW aficionados have seen pictures of the all-new X1 looking bigger, bolder, and more dynamic and look forward to finally see it in the metal and offered for ownership. There was also the question of what powertrain, trim level, and advanced driver assist and safety tech will be offered with the new generation X1. Those questions were answered when SMC Asia Car Distributors Corporation rolled out the lone variant of the new generation premium compact SAV to be offered on local shores. In the metal, the new generation BMW X1 immediately strikes one as bigger than its predecessor, longer at 4,500mm, wider at 1,845mm without including the side view mirror, and taller at 1,642mm. It also has a longer wheelbase at 2,692mm and wider track front and rear that should aid for more stable and composed ride and handling. The new kidney grille design for the X1 that looked great on stills and videos is even more impressive up close and personal. Large and squarish, the new X1 double kidney grille combines with a slim adaptive LED headlights extending far to the side, as well as the air intakes with chrome strips to present a strong but elegant fascia. The silhouette equally looks strong and elegant with a long roofline and flared squarish wheel arches. The 18-inch Starspoke 865 light alloy wheels can describe as retro or dated. Using both transparent and dark smoke glass, hexagonal patterns, and L-shaped rear combination lights works to manifest a modern look that is still unmistakably a BMW. The BMW X1 S-Drive 8D X-Line manifests the premium comfort and high-tech convenience of the German luxury car manufacturer. Perforated Sensatec upholstery for the seats, dark aluminum hexacube for interior trim finishes. The newly designed sport seats for driver and front passenger are well bolstered and features electronic adjustment with memory function and lumbar support. It's super comfortable in the rear for 3 adults. The backrests that fold flat 40-20-40 for flexibility and loading cargo. This allows boot capacity to be increased from 540 to 1600 liters. BMW has embraced fewer and more intuitive controls with a better interaction between car and driver using the latest available digital technology. Central to this concept is BMW Live Cockpit Plus that features the slim and frameless BMW widescreen display with touch and voice controls using the BMW Intelligent Voice Assistant. There's a 10.25-inch display for the instrumentation which tells the driver what the X1 is doing. Then there's a 10.7-inch touchscreen display that is a key interface with a new BMW iDrive. A few controls are found on the sport leather-wrapped X1 steering wheel. The rest are found on modern central console or control panel ergonomically situated where the driver's hand should be with elbow on the floating armrest, which comes with a built-in wireless charging tray. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well as BMW Maps navigation are integrated into the X1 digital system. Other cool comfort and convenience features in the X1 include intelligent 3-zone automatic climate control, a rain sensor with automatic headlight activation, speed sensing electronic door locks, keyless entry and push-button start, power steering, power windows, 4 USB-C ports, 2 12-volt power sockets. BMW is renowned for providing sheer driving pleasure, which in the German car manufacturer is more than just a marketing slogan. The BMW X1 made available locally is powered by BMW twin-power turbo inline 4-cylinder diesel engine that produces 150 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque set to the front wheels via a 7-speed Steptronic transmission with double clutch. The X1 showcases the sophisticated chassis technology that provides a harmonious balance between sporty, agile handling and long-distance comfort. This includes body construction that reduces weight while increasing rigidity, a long wheelbase, wider tracks as well as upgrades to X1 suspension comprising a single-joint spring strut axle at the front and 3-link axle in the rear. Also fitted is parking assistant that helps make parking the X1 all the more easier and trouble-free. The BMW X1 S-Drive 18D X line is listed at 3.89 million pesos and comes with a comprehensive BMW 5-year warranty.
The BMW X1 S-Drive 18D X line will surely find buyers from loyalists of the German brand. Perhaps it is fitted and priced for buyers not yet enamored by BMW and in the market for a premium compact crossover or SUV. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Cross the current.
Life should be filled with stories. To be liked and loved. Elevate your drive with the new Honda City. Take value and performance to the next level, so you can view more places and check into new experiences. With Honda Sensing, you can do all these with peace of mind, with its modern design and advanced features. The new Honda City is for those who are ready to step up their game. The new Honda City. Elevate your drive.
Welcome back to Autofocus. We now have the latest auto industry news.
IC Star Automotive Incorporated, official and sole distributor of Mercedes-Benz vehicles in the country, has launched a comprehensive lineup of full electric vehicles. The lineup includes the Mercedes-Benz EQA 250 Electric Art, EQB 250 Electric Art, EQE 300 Electric Art, and EQE 350 Plus AMG line. The all-new EQA, EQB, and EQE are powered by state-of-the-art electric drivetrains that deliver exhilarating performance while producing zero emissions. Powered by a motor that generates 385 Nm of torque, the EQA 250 has a range of 496 kilometers. The EQB 250 has a range of 474 kilometers. The EQE 300 and EQE 350 have a range of more than 600 kilometers. All Mercedes-Benz full electric vehicles are also equipped with the latest safety features, including advanced driver assistance systems.
What's good about this thing is that it also has a lot of safety features in it. We have the advanced safety features, autonomous driving, connectivity. We still have there the MBX NTG7, and these are all coming with Hey Mercedes technology.
The newly launched full electric vehicles were available for test drives at authorized Mercedes-Benz dealerships.
I would like to invite everyone to please come in our showroom. So we have at least 4 showrooms here in the Philippines. In Manila, in Metro Manila, we have one here in Green Hills. Please test drive in Green Hills. Please go to Mercedes-Benz Alabang also, and Mercedes-Benz BGC. So down south, you can go also in Mercedes-Benz Cebu, and you can, our friendly and knowledgeable Mercedes-Benz EQ experts will really attend to your needs.
Introductory prices range from 4.19 million to 6.29 million. There's a new landmark along Aguinaldo Highway in Des Marinas, Cavite. It's Isuzu Des Marinas, a landmark showcasing the global Isuzu outlet standard, not only in design but also in providing customer support and services.
This new dealership supports the new Isuzu outlet standard design with spacious showroom that can display up to 3 vehicles and 7 service bays that can accommodate our light commercial vehicle up to our heavy-duty trucks. With its booming economy, Tasmania City is an ideal location for our dealership, with majority of our target market family and business located within this city.
Isuzu Des Marinas joins 48 other Isuzu dealerships located across the country. It is also the second Isuzu outlet of Iconic Dealership Incorporated in the province of Cavite.
This is our second outlet in Cavite. The first outlet, the other one is in Bacoor, and now we have Des Marinas, which is a transfer from our former outlet in Imus. So I'd like to invite everyone to visit the newest Isuzu dealership of the Ayala Group here in Isuzu Des Marinas. It is very conveniently located along Aguinaldo Highway. See you in our showroom.
The all-new CX90, the largest and latest crossover from Mazda, is now available in the country. Mazda Philippines publicly unveiled the all-new CX90 at the Power Plant Mall in Rockwell. Mazda brought in 2 variants of the all-new CX90, the 6-seater 3.3-liter AWD HEV Turbo Exclusive and the 8-seater 3.3-liter AWD HEV Turbo.
So you can see 2 cars in here. One is a 6-seater with a second row captain chair, and one is an 8-seater. So these are CX90 hybrids, 3.3 turbo. So for the 6-seater, the 3-row is 2-seat, 2-seat, and 2 seats. And the middle row is a captain chair. That means the second row occupant will have his own seat. And the other one is 8-seat. It's your 3-row, 2 in front, 3 in the middle, and 3 at the back. So there are very few 8-seaters. This is one of them. They're normally 7-seater. It's a large SUV made in Japan. In fact, we are the first country in Asia to launch a CX90.
The new CX90 is powered by the new generation 3.3-liter eSkyActiv G power unit featuring Mazda Hybrid Boost made into an 8-speed multi-plated automatic with a rear-biased iActiv all-wheel drive.
It's very fuel efficient. It's 3.3. It makes 284 horsepower, which you expect from a turbo 3x3, but what makes it stand out is it's very fuel efficient. The engineer developed this new powertrain, new engine, new electric motor, new 8-speed automatic transmission without torque converter. So it's very powerful, but most importantly is very fuel efficient because it is a hybrid. It's gone back to a more premium layout, which is it's an inline-six engine, and inline-six engines going away from the industry because inline-six engines are deployed by European luxury brand. Very smooth, very nice sound, very powerful, and very balanced because this inline-six is a rear drive. It's called an all-wheel drive, but it's a rear drive bias. That means it's 90% rear drive and 10% in the front. So it's an all-wheel drive, but a rear-wheel drive engine that goes across. So the engine sits almost 50-50 balance between the front and the back, even though it looks like a big car, but it drives, some say, like the MX-5 sports car.
The CX90 8-seater is listed at 3.8 million and the 6-seater at 3.78 million pesos.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Here's our comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head-to-Head. This head-to-head pits the Hyundai Creta against the Toyota Race Turbo CVT.
There is now a surfeit of subcompact crossover SUVs in the local market, catering to buyers from the low to mid and top ranges of the budget spectrum. Hyundai Motor Philippines entered this crowded segment with a Creta, offering 3 variants at 3 price points ranging from the entry-level 1.5 GL6 MT at 1.048 million pesos to the top-of-the-line 1.5 GLS IVT at 1.388 million pesos. How does the Hyundai Creta 1.5 GLS IVT match up against the Toyota Race Turbo CVT listed at 1.063 million pesos in a spec-to-spec comparison? The Hyundai Creta 1.5 GLS IVT is 4,315 millimeters long, 1,790 millimeters wide, and 1,600 millimeters tall with a roof rails. It comes with a 2,610 millimeter long wheelbase and a minimum ground clearance of 200 millimeters. The Toyota Race is 4,030 millimeters long, 1,710 millimeters wide, and 1,605 millimeters tall, with a ground clearance of 200 millimeters. The Creta can stand out in a crowded crossover segment with its 3D parametric jewel pattern grille, 4 MFR or multifaceted reflector LED headlights with auto light control, LED daytime running lights, and 2-tone paint job. It also features halogen repeater lights, power folding and adjustable outside door mirrors with repeaters, chrome outside door handles, LED rear combination lights, front and rear wipers, rear spoiler with high mount stop lamp, as well as 2-tone 17-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels wrapped by 60 series tires. The top-of-the-line Race 1.0 Turbo CVT features an exterior with 2-tone look with roof and 2 of 3 pillars blacked out, split-type LED headlamps with line guide, front LED sequential turn signal lamps, piano black rear backdoor garnish, power-adjusting outside rear-view mirrors with auto-fold function, daytime running lights, front halogen fog lamps, rear LED combination lamps, rear spoiler, fin-type antenna, 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 205/60 R17 tires. Comfort and convenience in the 1.5 GLS IVT starts with a smart key and button start system. The 2-tone interior features leather upholstery for the well-bolstered front and rear seats. The rear seat back splits and folds 60/40 and features a fold-down armrest with twin cup holders. The GLS IVT dash is highlighted by a 10.25-inch LCD display for the instrument cluster. The air conditioning system features automatic temperature control. The top-of-line GLS IVT also comes with leather upholstered steering wheel that tilts and telescopes and features buttons and switches for such things as the audio and cruise control. The Creta comes standard with power windows, power door locks, power side mirrors, USB charging ports in front tray and console, multiple cup holders on doors. The Toyota Race 1.0 Turbo CVT also is equipped with smart keyless entry and push-button start. The 5-seater Race features seats upholstered in fabric and synthetic leather material. The front seats manually adjust 6 ways for driver and 4 ways for passenger. The rear setback reclines and splits and folds 60/40. The top-of-line Race features a leather-wrapped steering wheel that manually tilts and comes with controls for the audio, multi-information display, power mode, as well as paddle shifters. It is also equipped with power windows, illuminated entry system, automatic air conditioning, and speed-sensing power door locks. The dash features digital meter cluster, 7-inch TFT multi-information display, and fuel economy meter. Other standard features include seat back pockets, under-seat tray, multiple cup and bottle holders, sun visors with vanity mirror, day and night rear view mirrors, 12-volt outlet, and USB chargers in front and back. Hyundai Creta GLS IVT infotainment system features an 8-inch touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB connection, Bluetooth with customizable voice recognition function, as well as wireless charging. The Raze infotainment system features a 9-inch touchscreen display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, AM/FM radio, USB, voice command, and 6 speakers. The Hyundai Creta is powered by a SmartStream G 1.5 engine. The 1,497cc DOHC gasoline engine generates 113 horsepower and 144 Nm of torque, sent to the front wheels via an IVT or intelligent variable transmission. The powertrain comes with 4 drive modes on the top-of-line Creta: Eco, Normal, Smart, and Sport. The Creta suspension system features front McPherson struts and a CTBA or coupled torsion beam axle-type suspension in the rear. The brake system uses discs on all wheels, 15-inch discs in front and 14-inch discs in the rear. The top-of-line Raze is powered by a 3-cylinder 998cc turbocharged 12-valve DOHC engine with VVTi technology that generates 98 PS and 140 Nm of torque. This is mated to a continuously variable transmission that drives the front wheels. The Raze suspension system uses front McPherson struts and rear torsion beams. The brake system uses front ventilated discs and lead trailing drums in the rear. All the variants arrive with dual airbags, anti-lock brake system, electronic stability control, hill start assist control, parking distance warning sensors, and child seat anchors. The 1.5 GL IVT shares with a 1.5 GLS additional driver assist features that include manual speed limit assist, lane following assist, tire pressure monitoring system, rear view monitor, as well as rear seat alert. But it's the top-of-the-line 1.5 GLS IVT that is outfitted with more comprehensive advanced driver assist tech that includes blind spot collision avoidance system, lane keeping assist, forward collision avoidance assist, high beam assist, and driver attention warning.
Toyota has also equipped the Raze with vehicle stability control to prevent mishaps from drivers having too much fun on switchbacks or being caught in hairy road or weather conditions. Also helping the Raze drivers keep safe on the road are systems such as blind spot monitor, rear cross traffic alert, and hill start assist control. Parking is made easier with back monitor with guideline and front and rear clearance sonar or sensors. Other standard safety features on the Raze include 3-point ELR seatbelts for 5, with the driver and the front seat passenger also benefiting from force limiter and pre-tensioner, SRS airbags, and child restraint system. Finally, the Raze also comes with immobilizer in the Toyota Vehicle Security System.
After checking out the specs and features of the Hyundai Creta 1.5 GLS IVT and the Toyota Raze 1.0 Turbo CVT, which do you think offers more value for the listed price?
take the lead.
Are you into grassroots racing, slaloms, autocross, time attacks, and circuit racing? Do you like to keep your daily ride in tip-top condition? Do you want to improve the performance and ride of your vehicle? Then head over to Fixed Stop Auto Service along 91 Congressional Avenue, Project 8 in Quezon City. Fixed Stop Auto Service can level up the performance and ride of your daily ride or weekend racer of all brands, models, and makes, from Japanese, American, European, and all other global manufacturers. Fixed Stop Auto Service offers preventive maintenance services, as well as upgrades of brakes, suspension, and other mechanical works. Fixed Stop also caters to all your needs for performance tires and accessories to make your dream vehicle stand out on the road or for just your enjoyment. For appointments, call 0917-803-8283 or message us on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/fixedstopautoservice.
Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Cross the current.
Hello, I'm Johan T from Sonox Philippines. We are at LG2 E. Rodriguez, and we will be showcasing our new DIY line, what we call the Extreme Ceramic Series from Sonox. So our final ceramic series product is called the ceramic spray coating. This is our most powerful DIY ceramic spray product. Why? Because this can give you up to 4 months of ceramic coating protection. So application is very easy. Just spray on the microfiber cloth again and wipe it on the area that you want to apply the spray coating. The ceramic spray coating is the highest performing ceramic series product of Sonox. It will last up to 4 months. It will give that extra gloss and extra ceramic protection. You can easily just wipe it on your car. See the hydrophobic effect? The water just runs down the car. So that's how easy it is to apply the Extreme Ceramic Series from Sonox. For more information, you can visit our FB page, which is Sonox PH Official, our IG page, which is also Sonox PH Official, and TikTok page, which is also Sonox PH Official. So it's very easy to find us. Thank you.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. Some of the Hyundai models made available locally are sourced from Indonesia. So Hyundai thought it's a good idea to invite members of the motoring media to Jakarta for the 2023 Gaikindo International Auto Show, as well as visits the Hyundai state-of-art automotive manufacturing factory and showrooms in Indonesia. Here are the highlights of that 4-day Indonesian tour.
We are here at the Gaikindo Indonesia International Auto Show in Jakarta, and today Hyundai Motor will be officially unveiling the Stargazer X. It is the newest, sportier, and more rugged version of our brand's MPV. Hyundai Motor Company has expressed its commitment to grow the footprint of the brand here in the ASEAN, and there's no better way for our media friends than to learn more about it here in where our regional office is located in, which is in Indonesia. So during this trip, we will be giving our media friends a glimpse of what they can expect from the brand, not just when it comes to products, but also spaces and facilities, such as the Hyundai City Store and Motor Studio Senayan Park. During the 4 days, we will also be paying a visit to the Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Indonesia plant. It is one of our most innovative and future-forward facilities where vehicles such as the Creta and the Stargazer are being sourced from. Customers can look forward to the Stargazer X in Philippine shores by the 4th quarter of this year, and we're very excited for our viewers to also come check it out in their nearest Hyundai showroom soon.
Our special feature certainly serves a sneak preview of the exciting models that will join Hyundai's local lineup this year.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
The new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Cross the current.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. Suzuki sold a lot of the Espresso, a subcompact hatchback, after it was first introduced back in March of 2020. This car review takes a look at the new Espresso rolled out this year.
When Suzuki Philippines first rolled out the Espresso into the local subcompact hatchback market, it was an immediate sensation. Many believed this was mainly because it looked like a proper SUV in proportion rather than size. It was also very affordable, arriving at a time of very limited public transport at the tail end of the pandemic. The first Espressos were only available with a manual tranny mated to a 1-liter 66-horsepower gasoline engine but still sold in good numbers. Some believed more Espressos could be seen on the roads if an automatic option was available. This year, Suzuki unveiled a refreshed Espresso with an automatic transmission. The new Espresso is offered in two variants, the Espresso GL-MT and the GL AGS. To many, the refreshed Espresso looked even more like an SUV in stance and design, although a small one at just 3,565mm long, 1,520mm wide, and 1,657mm tall with a 180mm ground clearance. The 2023 Espresso looked even bolder with a muscular front grille, front bumper, and the multi-reflector halogen headlamp. The rear also looked solid and distinctive with a C-shaped rear lamp. The 14-spoke machine-finished alloy wheels may look sporty, but the 165/70 R14 tires detract from this. Many think thicker tires would have made the Espresso look even more like an SUV. Inside the compact body of the 2023 Espresso is a cabin meant for 5 persons, including driver. It's a tight squeeze for 3 in the back, but no tighter than most compact hatchbacks in its class. The seats only come with fabric upholstery. Highlighting the modern-looking dash and the Espresso is the digital speedometer set in the center console. Under this is the new generation 7-inch touchscreen display for the audio system as well as other info about the vehicle. This is equipped with Bluetooth and smartphone linkage compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, AM/FM radio, USB and auxiliary inputs, and front speakers. There's an overhead microphone for hands-free phone conversations as well as controls on the steering wheel for Bluetooth and the audio system. Underneath the audio display are rotary dials for manually controlling the air conditioning system. AGS stands for Automatic Gear Shift, described by Suzuki as a state-of-the-art system it developed to enable a manual transmission to do automated gear changes or shifts without need of a clutch pedal and shifter. Both Espresso variants are powered by a new 1.0-liter dual-jet 3-cylinder 998cc gasoline engine that generates 66 horsepower and 89 Nm of torque. The powertrain drives the front wheels and is equipped with Engine Auto Stop Start System or EASS that automatically stops the engine when the vehicle is in idle to prevent unnecessary fuel consumption. The power numbers may not impress, but recent media test drives hosted by Suzuki showed the new Espresso GL AGS can comfortably climb the steep roads heading up to Baguio. Even on D or drive mode, the AGS also allows for safe overtaking maneuvers on city streets and highways. Judicious use of the AGS manual mode allows safe passing on some climbs and provides enough oomph for the rev-happy 1-liter engine to make driving fun. This is helped along by hill hold control as well as electronic stability program, which aids in cornering and ensures traction while accelerating or traversing wet pavement or slippery roads. The espresso brakes use vented discs in front and drums in the rear to provide confident stopping power, aided along by ABS or anti-lock braking system. It sits higher than other subcompact hatchbacks on a suspension system that uses front McPherson struts in front and torsion beams in the rear. Electronic power steering adds to a nimble ride and makes a small hatchback all the more maneuverable, perfect for crowded and narrow urban streets. The Espresso also comes with adequate safety features that include dual airbags, seat belts for all passengers, child safety locks, side impact beams, seat belt warning, and door ajar warning. The new Espresso GL is listed at 620,000 pesos, while the Espresso GL AGS is listed at 660,000 pesos.
The arrival of the new Espresso AGS should confirm or not the belief of many that Suzuki's subcompact hatchback would be more popular and sell more with an automatic variant option. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Today we're going to talk about a topic that's probably the most gus-gus topic in the entire automotive universe. Changing the oil in your car. The most frequently asked question is, what oil should I use? And to answer that, very simple. Check your owner's manual. It's in there somewhere and it tells you what kind of oil that you should use. Just for kicks, we're changing the oil of this Mitsubishi Montero, and then we flip to the section where it says maintenance. And here we have selection of engine oil. Now granted, this is not the most straightforward answer because it gives you a lot of different numbers, and one look, most people would actually turn away and say, I have no idea what this says and I don't understand it. But most other manuals will tell you the exact specification of oil that you're going to use. And it's always a number, followed by a W, followed by a dash, and another number. We're going to explain those numbers in a little bit, but if you just want to check it out, there are about 1 million YouTube videos out there that says how to explain and how to read these oil specification numbers. We're not going to do any of that. You can check that out, but we're just going to basically semi-dumb it down for everybody. Eliminate all the technical talk and all of that stuff. So this is your motor oil. Different brands, different branding, but the important thing is this one here, these numbers. SAE 10W40. Every oil label has this. Since we're in the Philippines, there's only 2 numbers that you should remember. These last 2, it's either 30 or 40. Any of them will work on any car here. The first number here with the W, we don't care because W here stands for winter. And since we're in the Philippines and winter is never going to happen here. So all you have to do is remember, 40 or 30 will work for any car that's sold in this country. It doesn't matter what oil brand that you have, it doesn't matter who makes it, what additives, all of them will work, irregardless. Just don't put cooking oil in it. That's kind of a dumb no-brainer. It goes without saying that when you buy a car, maintenance is part of it. Your engine has moving metal parts inside. The oil is the film in the barrier that prevents these 2 parts from rubbing against each other too much. It's no-brainer to think that if you rub 2 pieces of metal together, heat will be generated and metal will come off. If you don't have any oil in your engine, you're going to have a very, very short engine life. So you have to change the oil regularly. It's one of the easiest and most surefire ways to keep your engine happy and running long. Now, as for oil change intervals, before, back in the old days, it can be as low as 5,000 because of mineral oil. But now, 10,000, 15,000, even 20,000 intervals is not a problem anymore. Almost oils right now are fully synthetic because that's what the market demands. There are still some oils that are mineral, meaning straight from the ground, they process it, no additives, no nothing, no further processing, that's mineral oil. Synthetic oil has other additives and every brand has their own. The same way that one soap has luxury fragrance, the other soap has extra bubbles. These are the few things that differentiate the brands from each other. So that's where the synthetic comes from, the additional processing, after the base oil has been processed. And by the way, as far as manufacturing goes, all oil comes from Saudi Arabia. There's no oil pump from Germany, there's no oil pump from France, there's no oil pump from the Philippines. No, all of these things come from Saudi Arabia. The oil manufacturers buy this by the barrel in bulk as the base material, which consists of 90 to about 95% of the volume of the oil. It's all the same. It's the additives that make it different. The same way that gasoline is. Any brand that you hear out there, you hear it often enough, it'll work on your car. With every change oil, it is recommended that you change your oil filter, but I will say it is required that you change your oil filter. So, as the name says, this is a filter. Its job is to filter and get dirty. Once this is full of dirt and debris from inside the engine, it has nowhere else to go. So where do you think it's going to go? It's going to go back inside the oil and goes inside your engine. It keeps going round and round inside the engine with all that dirt and debris. So $200, $300 gives you a lot of peace of mind. And that's how you do an oil change. Pretty simple. It takes less than an hour. You can actually do it yourself at home. You and probably one of your friends. Then beer na lang yung pangbayad.
That's our feature in Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this episode of Electronic Automobile Magazine informative as well as entertaining. Check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louis Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.